hello everyone. I am RJ Srishti and today we have with us a person who has created India's first animated kid TV show of Nickelodeon, Bole to Jadoo. Munjal Shroff sir. Hello sir. He is a founder of Graphiti Animation, creator, film producer and animator and also a software engineer. So sir, I am really very curious to know that how your journey got changed from an engineer to an animator.
So when I was, doing my computer engineering at that point of time, I was always passionate about films, VFX. So I was a huge movie buff. So somewhere along the way, at the back of my mind, I always wanted to be in the visual medium, right? So even when I was doing my computer engineering, I was very clear that I would look at applying computers, and software technology to the visual medium. Right. And then because I was a movie buff, I at that point of time reached out to Rammohan sir, who is the father of animation in India, and I think I was very very fortunate that he agreed to take me under his wings, and I joined his studio. Then it was called Computer Graffiti, and I was extremely fortunate that I was mentored by him, and my other mentor on the technology side was another co-founder of Computer Graffiti called Ashish Khosla. So he was himself an IIT graduate of computer science. So I had the best of both worlds. I had one of the brightest minds in computer graphics, Mr. Ashish Khosla, under whom I used to undergo my training on the technology side.
Yes.
And on the other side, I had Rammohan sir, who was, he's the father of animation in India. So I think I got the best of both worlds. So that's how my journey started.
Yes sir, it was really very interesting journey. But sir, I wanted to know कि जब भी हम अगर animation की बात करते हैं, so there is always a storytelling plays a very crucial role and important role. So what are the golden rules I would really wanted to know, क्योंकि अगर जब तक हम हमारे जो viewers हैं उनको जानेंगे नहीं, so we would not be able to narrate a good story. So what are the golden rules?
I think in animation in particular, there are different stories, right? But at the end of the day, one of the most important aspect in animation is the character, right? So unless the audience empathizes and connects with the character, I think the story doesn't take off, right? Otherwise, if you see today's shows, if you see kids content that is today being made, more or less the same kind of stories are being told. I mean, आप एक शो को उठा के देख के वही वाला एपिसोड कोई दूसरा कर रहा है, कोई तीसरा कर रहा है, But I think if somewhere, the kid identifies, associates or find a character interesting, then he would want to see the character in a story, right? And it is also how, right? So how that character reacts or how that character goes through that story, what is the narrative graph of that character within the context of that story becomes very interesting, right? And I think that is an essence. I think fundamentally, if you look at animated characters, right, what you remember is, or what kids latch on to is the character, right? So someone will like a Mickey Mouse, someone will like a Donald Duck, someone will like Tom and Jerry, someone will like Powerpuff Girls, right? So it is somewhere they get attracted towards the character. It can be personality of the character, it can be the visual design of the character, it can be the mannerisms of the character, right? So I think in animation, character profile, or I call it the character diamond. How interesting is the diamond of the character? How many different facets does it have, right? And then you see that entire thing on the story side. That how in that story, in my studio, more than anything else, I look for an attitude. अगर आपका attitude अच्छा है, then you will go far. People will want to work with you. See, this is a team profession. This is one of the, in the media space, you can't do things alone. You will rely on your team. Your team will rely on you. Tomorrow you will be in a leadership position. What is your attitude towards your team? What is your attitude towards your seniors? Are you easy to work with? Are you fun to work with, right? See, when we work in the studio, we work very long hours. 10 घंटे, 12 घंटे, कभी 18 घंटे, कभी हम पूरी रात सोते नहीं, right? In that environment, you want to be with people who are fun to work with, right? Yeah, there you are like a family. I spend more time with my team than probably with my own family. So, they have become family for me, right? And I have to become family for them. So I think, and a lot of it is driven by your attitude. number one. Second, I think, is observe life. Right? Some of the best stories happen around you. Right? So while you are sitting and watching, you know, shows on your mobile phone or on your television or on a laptop, life is happening all around you. So you have to learn to observe life, because some of the best stories will be happening around you. So you should always keep your eyes and ears open to that. Again, observe characters. I think हमारे life में, हमारे अड़ोस पड़ोस में बहुत interesting characters हैं, you know, and I think that's what you pick up, and I think that's what many times I think that's what resonates, you know, that you find a character and say, अरे ये तो हमारे बगल वाले शर्मा जी जैसे, right? या ये आंटी तो बिल्कुल, you know, डोनाल्ड डक जैसे हंसती है, right? तो वो एक connect जो आती है ना, that becomes very interesting for people, that you can create, you know, characters which are believable और completely fantastical. माने आप ऐसी चीज़ बनाओ जो लोगों ने imagine ही नहीं की हो, right? Or you create, you know, interesting characters which people have not seen before, right? And I think that is the fun. That is when I want to see, यार अब ये क्या करेगा, right? What will be this character's next move? Or in this situation, how will this character react? Right? That becomes interesting for people. So I think it's about observing life, you know. And also I think that which a lot of people today, I think, where do you draw your inspiration from, right? And I think that it's very, very important that we in India are very fortunate that we have such an amazing heritage and culture that I think we don't need to look, you know, outward for inspiration. I think there is enough within our own country to get inspired by. And I feel that probably we are not doing enough. And I think my big message to the creators and the future creators is that, you know, don't worry about bringing the world to India. Take India to the world.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really very inspiring, and the last words were really heart-touching for me also. So you were listening to us on Lakecity Voice and watching us on Lakecity Live with camera person Samad Haider Khan, Srishti Jain, JLU Bhopal.